Hello, everyone. Welcome to Extreme DROWESS Season 2, Episode 1, Getting the Band Back Together. Um, when last we met, the ladies had been separated, they had started to separate after their victory in the Well of Dragons, which was 20 years ago in game time. So a lot has happened in the interim. Which you can catch up on if you head over to patreon.com/Travis Leg and check out the 4 Session 0 videos that we have posted. Level 3 supporters or higher, so $3 a month or more, get access to those videos. And everyone who supports on the Patreon can get the podcast. If you just want to listen, $1 a month podcast, you can see what has brought us to these dire circumstances that all of the ladies find themselves in. But we're going to start our tale with Liahana, Rowena, and Zilmus, who are in the Underdark in a series of tunnels just outside of Menzo Baranzan, pursuing a rumor that assassins were going to be targeting Rowena. Did Rowena, Liahana, and Zilmus? Because that's what I meant to.
Yes.
Excellent. So, let's pick things back up. Now, you had just, I believe, decided that sparing the Drow Priestess Aiel's life was a risk not worth whatever information you might have gotten from interrogating her. And so you just decided to mercifully end her life. Is that an accurate representation of what has happened?
Uh,
Merciful. I wouldn't say mercifully,
Okay, that's fair.
but sure.
yeah, sounds accurate.
All right. And was there anything else that you wanted to do while you were in this chamber? You've just defeated the 3 hobgoblins that were working in tandem with the Drow priestess and the Drow priestess herself. Is there anything you'd like to do before you move on?
I would like to search her body. I can't remember
Excellent.
if I said that last week, but yes, that's what I'm doing.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check if you don't mind.
Flipping over.
Yeah, and I was helping, right? So I do 1, 2.
No, you just would give her advantage, so you would roll twice.
I give her advantage.
Bless
Oh,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Cool. So, that is a 16, and then with advantage. Oh, thank you for advantage because I rolled a 1.
Excellent.
So
All
that'd be a
right.
16.
So as you're looking her over, she's got, kind of what you would expect. There are some various spell components on her, her holy symbol of Lolth. And you see there's also a another holy symbol, or perhaps some other type of trinket. You're not quite sure. You certainly do not recognize
Oh,
it immediately.
sorry.
Yes.
Looking at my notes, we already looted her body last time, and we found a psychic stone that Zilman's identified.
You did find the psychic stone. That's correct. Zilmus did identify
Mhm.
that. Thank you very
Mhm.
much. But yeah, you also do uncover this, what looks like maybe a holy symbol. Despite all of your familiarity with religion, none of you do recognize that. Thank you for the reminder. Yes, you do have the psychic stone that you got that allows, it works like a sending stone, but can allow you to communicate across dimensional borders. Um, so, having done that, what would you like to do? Where would you like to go? Would you like to continue on the path, or would you turn back to men's?
So we were here because people gave Rowena a heads up. Hey, these people want to assassinate you. And so I think we just found the assassin.
Mhm.
And like there were some hints, like she was speaking mind flayer talk.
Yeah, deep speech
Yeah.
She was
that
speaking
So
I
deep speech.
speak. for some reason.
Now, this is not the. You were told that that they were gathering a force in that manner, kind of beyond this area. Would remember actually. Now that I think about it, the drow who you rescued had told you that
Mhm.
this priestess had turned on them. So that you're pretty sure this is not the original assassin.
Okay.
Because she was traveling with the
Right.
drow that you encountered earlier.
Right. Okay. So we probably should keep going. We're all like healthy, right? Maybe take a short rest.
Yeah.
Do you want or
Okay.
need to take a short rest at this point?
I mean, I have half of my hit points.
Okay, that might not be a bad idea.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm a little low too.
Okay. Go ahead and take your short rest. You may spend hit dice to heal. Go ahead and roll as many hit dice as you spend and add the result plus your constitution modifier per die to the hit points you regain. Are any of you going to take point on watch, or are you just going to sort of rely on your own, on your senses rather than posting someone specifically to watch?
I'll take watch because yeah, I'm only healing 2 hit die. Ooh, and I'm
I can't
That's
find it,
cool.
so I'm just not going to do it.
Oh, if you go to on your character sheet, if you go to where it says like long rest, short rest up top, if you click short rest, it'll tell you.
yeah.
You'll have the dots there to do, and you hit short rest, and then you hit confirm, and it will apply all the effects of the short rest for you, except for the hit points, which.
Yeah. I'm gonna take 4 hit points, so I'll roll that now.
And then just be sure to type in that total in your amount healed. If you're taking point on watch, Rowena, why don't you go ahead and give me a perception check if.
Okay, it does not automatically roll disadvantage, which sucks because I rolled an 18. Oh, and I rolled another 18. Yay. So that'd be a 22 total.
Beautiful. Relatively quiet. One thing that you do notice is um, the lack of phasers in this tunnel. It's something that
That's like the weird
especially
creepy mist that's like everywhere in the Underdark, right?
right. It's the mist that permeates the Underdark. Now, there are a few places around Menzoberranzan that are sort of pockets where the phasers is not there. One was originally used back in the day as a staging ground for some of the Bregendarth conspirators. Now that Bregendarth has some legitimacy in the city, they actually have a house there. But there are a couple of other places. The Phaserus is, to the best of your knowledge, immutable. If it occurs in an area, it's there. There's no getting rid of it. If it doesn't occur, it's very difficult to get it to get there unless you, for example, like blow a hole in a wall to a adjacent chamber that has phasers in it. The few places in the Underdark where there are little pockets where there's no phasers generally are naturally occurring and relatively. But you do notice its absence.
I will point that out to Liahana and Zilmus. Zilmus especially. Huh.
So does that
Nope.
mean that if you like what is it you can't do in the phasers? It's is it
Teleportation magic
teleport.
Yeah.
Would this be a safe place to do it then?
Yes. As long as you
Okay.
weren't teleporting into a place that had phasers.
Right. But like
Um,
if we were going to teleport out of the area to go somewhere, we could do it from here.
Yes.
Is there
So-
a way to determine if someone has recently teleported out of here?
Detect magic would let you know if a
Um,
teleportation spell had been cast recently.
Yeah,
Um,
so I'm gonna bring it up to Zilmus. There's no phasers here. Do you think they might have used this as a entry point, exit point? Is there a way for you to tell that?
I don't have detect magic.
Hmm.
Hang on, I think I might. Or I think I had it at one point, but I gave it up for something else.
I think I did the same thing.
well,
Yeah.
when you prepare spells during a long rest, you can always switch them being a cleric, but not at the moment. Very short.
Yeah.
You don't see any signs laying around of like a teleportation circle or like discarded spell component, anything like that. Just an absence of phase.
All right. Weird.
It's a little remarkable. Anything else that you'd like to do before you complete your rest?
Um. Nah, maybe just like poke at the hobgoblins and see if anything really interesting comes out, but I'm just expecting that to be very gooey.
Yeah, some bodily fluids, a bit of gas released as their bowels loosen, but otherwise nothing of note. Once
I'm
that's
gonna send a message to Baylor.
okay.
We're sending.
All right. What are you sending him?
I'm just gonna say, hi, love. We are okay. We just defeated a bunch of like little monsters and a priestess. We're fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry.
Hello, love. Everything's fine here as well. Nothing is on fire, and there's certainly no one bleeding.
Oh no. I don't believe him. He'll handle. He'll figure it out. Oh my god.
Anything else?
I'm good. Is there anything Zilmus wants to get done?
Nah.
All right.
Okay.
You all sort of gather up your supplies and continue on the path heading in the direction you were headed then?
Yeah.
As you continue along the path, you walk for about another 20, 30 minutes through a phaserous-free tunnel. As you're moving along, let's get perception rolls from each.
I have disadvantage. That's sexy.
Yeah,
Why?
I'm not sure what from. 14 for me.
10.
Phew, 10 from me also.
All right. Yeah, you don't notice anything untoward or unusual as you're moving through the tunnel. And eventually you come to this manor that was described, this stone, like sort of, rough-hewn stone building in the middle of a clearing. The clearing also lacks phasris entirely, but you do notice, kind of as you step into the clearing, relatively obvious, there is markings that have been carved into the actual cave walls. And these markings also have that same Quiloth pattern, the language of the mind flayers. However, they are scaled much higher. Like they're much bigger than you would expect. If you run across most mind flayer writing, they use their facial tentacles to carve the characters into whatever they're writing on. So, you know, you'd imagine each scratch is probably about the width of a human finger. These symbols, each scratch is probably the width of a human torso.
Ooh, no,
Oh,
no, thank you.
shit.
You know what it says?
Um, Quilloth is very difficult to read. You can touch it and get an impression of roughly what it's about, but in order to actually understand it, you need to both be telepathic and speak deep speak.
I'm not telepathic, right?
Not unless you have a telepathy spell you can cast or an effect that gives you telepathy. Helm of Telepathy would help.
I don't have that, I don't think.
Okay. Then you could
Where
walk
is
up, touch
what's
it,
his
and
face?
what's whose face?
Roz's friend. The morph like guy who has the tentacles that was in
Oh,
Ro-
your Flumph buddy?
Yeah, where's our flump
Oh,
when you
him! I
need
remember
him?
him.
He's not with you at the moment.
What did
Damn.
we name him? Like Beta?
No.
He
No.
had
What
a
was it?
really cute name.
Mm-hmm.
Gamma.
Gamma. Yeah.
Gamma is not with any of you at the moment.
Sad
I mean,
panda.
it's been 20 years. Is he still alive?
Yeah, Flumps don't they're not like mayflies. They have a reasonable lifespan.
That's good.
So aside from these markings, you see this manse again carved out of stone in front of you. Appears that the only ways in are there's a stone set of double doors on the front, and then there are windows on what appear to be like a second floor.
So, where we are, this is like the topside equivalent of like a mansion in the middle of nowhere.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
And
Does
there's
it
mysterious writing drawn by huge Cthulhu monsters.
does it look inhabited or like anyone's been by recently?
There
Are any of
are
the window lights on?
there are what appear to be like continual flame spells providing light in the upstairs windows, and there are a pair of torches by the double doors that are also using a continual flame spell. All the light that
Uh,
it's bathing the area in is like a purple.
Well, what do you think, ladies? Should we knock on the door or go get some backup?
What's the worst that can happen?
Uh, we get
Don't answer that.
mind flayer larvae planted in our heads and then explode into mind flayers?
Yeah, I mean, like some of us and our friends have already died before. Like, let's not try that.
Yeah, maybe we should go back
Yeah,
and get back up.
we get the band back together.
We'll like back up slowly.
Nice, love it. I believe we might have lost a Tory, so I have some camera issues. But whilst we are addressing those, yeah, you walk up to the door. Are you going to simply just try it, or what's your
I
plan
mean,
for addressing this door?
I'm not totally evil. I will knock. But then if nobody answers, I will open the door.
All right, you knock on the front door. As soon as you do, like you can hear the clopping of approaching footsteps.
The clothing? Okay.
Like
This I do
hard,
not like.
like hard leather on stone, kind of clopping. And the door is open, and you see a pair of drow men. And they look at you, and they immediately, it's very clear that they are disturbed by your presence and terrified of you.
As they
Good.
should be.
Uh-huh, exactly. Sarah knows what's up.
And one of them says, "Matron Mother Durden, I did not. To what do we owe the pleasure of a visit this far from the city?"
Uh, I'm only here on some very brief business. Has anyone been by here recently, past several days?
Well, we do get visitors from time to time. Yes. Um, Perhaps I should announce you. And the one turns and starts to walk away.
Yes, please.
No,
No?
He stops.
no.
No.
Well-
Why would we want them to announce us to the whole place?
Well, what place is this?
Um.
That's a better question.
I would
What
like,
the fuck is going on here?
while they're like stumbling over their words, I would like each of you to go ahead and give me an insight check if you
Oh
don't mind.
jeez. Oh jeez.
Nat 20.
12. I'm
Nice.
rolling so bad.
I got a
Wonderful.
22.
Okay, well, you both can tell that they're like in a blind panic and about to completely just lose it, like a fight's about to pop off.
With us or with someone else?
It looks like they're about to attack you, probably. They have run completely out of options, and that's their plan.
I'm gonna cast hang on. I have something to calm everybody. Calm emotions.
Oh, beautiful. So, what do they need to roll to
They
resist that?
may have to make a charisma saving throw. They can choose to fail the saving throw. If a creature fails the saving throw, you can suppress any effect causing the target to be frightened or charmed. When this spell ends, any suppressed effect resumes. You can make a target indifferent about creatures of your choice that it's hostile towards. This indifference ends if the target's attacked or harmed by a spell, or if it witnesses any of its friends being harmed.
And just so that I'm clear on this, while they are under the effects of it, they are charmed, correct?
It doesn't say. It says that they can, yes, they can be charmed or frightened. Yes, so they'll be charmed.
Okay, so their normal resistance to that will apply.
Yes, so they have to make a 15 charisma saving throw.
Okay.
Short
Nice.
rests don't give you back slots, do they?
No.
Only warlocks. I think. Not inconceivable, I guess, that
Yeah, warlocks get their spells back at short rests.
sorcerers might too. Or maybe sorcerers just get sorcery points.
I think I have something, but I don't know what it is. So
I,
hold on a
I
second.
don't think you get either as a sorcerer.
Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head, but and short
At least I
answer
don't
is
remember
the only one that I'm
giving them.
sure that does is warlock.
Can I cast Detect Thoughts?
You can check the text of the spell. Does that give you anything besides the fact that there are in fact thoughts happening, or do you get to read?
Hold on.
No, you get to read the thoughts.
Yeah. You initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature, what is most on its mind in that moment. As an action, you can either shift your attention to another creature's thoughts or attempt to probe deeper into the same creature's mind. If you probe deeper, the target must make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, you gain insight into its reasoning, its emotional state, and something looms large in its mind.
Okay, so we have two effects that are going off here, and they get saves against both of them, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. What was it here? Let me see. Mine's wisdom.
Okay, so we will, in the name of civility and easy processing, we will have the calm emotions resolve first.
That's fine. I have to also pick which dude I'm hitting. I guess number 2.
Okay, so you only get one.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Cool. Oh, using this, we are maximizing our efforts here by combining the might of D&D Beyond and Astral Tabletop to allow us to have maximum awesome as we're in this game. So I just got done setting up our encounter in the lovely D&D Beyond Alpha encounter tracker. They will get their charisma saving throws against the calm emotions, which they will make at advantage because they are
Wow.
drow. So the first one gets a 14. What is your spell save DC there?
It says it's 15.
Beautiful. So the first one fails and calms down.
Thank goodness. Thank Heliastri.
The second one makes their save, so they do not calm down. And then they get a wisdom save against Zilmus. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
And these are straight saves with no advantage because you're not inflicting a condition on them, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And what's your save DC?
15.
Excellent. So they do not make it. And you were targeting
Number 2.
number 2? Okay. Number 2 is still panicked. They're freaking out, and they're like, surface thought is they're not supposed to be here. We're supposed to go to them. This whole thing's going to fall apart.
Exactly what
Iliana
I
is
thought.
going to kill us. And with that, let's go ahead and just roll initiatives.
I got a 14.
I got a 6. I think Ravena's a little slow on the uptick on this one.
I got 11.
See, but she probably sees people get flustered at her, like, showing up. And Zilmus doesn't see that, so it struck Zilmus as odd.
That's fair.
Like, people probably get really, really flustered sometimes when you show up places.
That's probably an accurate assessment. One thing I learned today is that I have to manually add these. All right, so Rowena got a whopping 6, 11 for Liahana, and what was it that you got, Zilmus?
14.
Excellent. All right, so as things kick off into the realm of violence, the first action actually will go to Zilmus.
Okay. First I'm gonna say, just calm down. We're lost. We're trying to figure out where we're going. And hopefully that will calm him down. Or at least get them to
Make a persuasion check. You may enjoy a nice round of disadvantage check.
7.
Excellent. So he screams and begins to point a hand crossbow at you. But that brings us to Liahana's action. What would you like to do, Liahana?
I only got to talk?
Well, you made
Oh, no.
you made your persuasion roll, so I mean that's
Okay.
you could take reactions or bonus actions, but your action was persuasion.
Oh, okay.
He is gonna shoot. So
He's like drawing his crossbow, basically.
uh, Why do I have so many charisma saving throw things if it doesn't work against Drow? That's not great.
Well, the charmed condition, it's not the charisma saving throw, it's specifically charmed and nope, charmed and that's it. They have advantage against being charmed. Because all elves do.
Because I can
Please.
do a Dirge of Woe.
That doesn't charm people, right?
The create the image of if a creature fails a saving throw, it becomes listless and immobile. Such creature cannot take any actions and becomes indifferent to its surroundings, other creatures in the area, and any actions that does not directly endanger him or her. This indifference ends if the target is attacked or harmed by a spell, or if witnesses any if his friends being harmed.
Okay, and that targets one creature, correct?
Yes.
Go for it.
All right.
What's the save that they need to make?
It's a charisma saving throw 15.
Excellent. They do not make it. So
Yes.
they are rendered kind of like they have crossbow, light crossbow in hand, and they're rendered sort of dumbstruck. The first drow says, "You'll have to forgive us. I'm so sorry about my friend." And they're talking like they're definitely raising their voice. Rowena, what would you like to do?
All right. So they haven't attacked me, so I don't really want to fuck with them. But I will draw my sword out. And attempt intimidation. What aren't you telling us?
Go ahead and make that intimidation check.
Because right now I am inclined to show mercy.
All right, go ahead and make a intimidation. Let's see how that turns out.
26.
All right, so
child.
like his eyes like triple in size, and you can see him go like weak in the knees. And he says, "We're just humble servants. It's our master who is taken to the worship of this alien entity." Again, talking very loudly.
Is your master in the house right now?
Yes, he's in the floor below, but you'll never get down there. The others won't permit it.
Are we still in rounds?
We are still in rounds, yeah.
Okay, I feel like that's a whole round's worth of talking.
That's fair. You hear two sets of doors open down the hall. As you see a drow wizard sort of round the corner to the south of you. And he looks up, clearly frightened, clearly working through some terror at the situation. And he fires off a magic missile at targeting Rowena.
Okay.
And while we are resolving this, I think Tori's phone probably croaked, but if Allie, if you want to shoot her a message and just make sure
She's almost home. She just said that her engine was getting a little hot and it made her nervous, but she
Oh.
said she's getting close.
Right on. Fair enough. So that's 11 on that magic missile damage to Rowena.
11?
Yep. Any reactions anybody wants to take to try to prevent that?
I can I arcane
I
parry?
can take it. I can take it, don't worry.
You can take it?
Savior. Yeah.
Do you want to
11
just
is-
take it?
It's not even
What a
10% of my
badass.
health. Yeah.
Okay.
Badass.
You hear another set of doors open
Oh my god, will the party never end?
as this mage comes stepping around and fires off a lightning bolt. They don't seem to be terribly concerned for the drow that's standing directly between them and Rowena. So I'm going to need
That's
a
not very nice.
dex save from Rowena and a dex save from that drow. Yeah, what a dick move, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the drow definitely doesn't get out of the way. And what do we have on Rowena's dex save?
Oh, still slow on the uptake. Sorry about that.
Oh, no worries.
I rolled a 19.
All right.
25.
Excellent. So you will take half as much, so that's good. The poor drow is going to take all this. It's 32, so you're going to take 16, and the drow that was standing between the two of you explodes. Just leaves
Oh,
basically
shit.
like boots where they were standing.
That's not nice.
No, it's not nice. All right, and that brings us to illness.
Sorry, I keep losing things in my character sheet and it's frustrating me.
No worries.
I think, is Drow 1 actually attacking right now?
No, he's just like in abject terror and like looking around, like he's looking at everybody, just like trying to. You can like see the math as he's trying to sort out like who is the most dangerous person. Like like he realizes he's standing in a spot that is not going to end well, no matter how the rest of this round goes.
And these are 5-foot squares?
They are 5-foot squares, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot a firebolt at the drow mage whose number I can't see. So the one on the left.
The one on the left, the lower, the more southerly, this one down here.
Yes, yes,
Excellent.
the one that's almost off the map.
Beautiful. Yeah.
That's a 19 to hit.
Oh, absolutely.
Um,
You said that was firebolt, right?
yeah,
Um,
it's 21.
21 damage.
Hmm.
Okay. He cries, and it hurts him a lot, but he is still up. Any other actions from Zilmus?
I don't think so.
All right. Aliahana, it is on you. Now, this lightning bolt shot, like, it barely didn't get you and Zilmus in the blast when they fired the lightning bolt at Roy.
I'm gonna hit him or them with a guiding bolt.
Okay.
Wait, let me see if I have any. I do. I'm like out of spell slots. So I'll hit them with a guiding bolt. Does a nat 20 hit?
I would say so, yeah. So go ahead and roll your guiding bolt damage and double the result.
It was 29, so double 29.
Okay. That is more than sufficient to end this poor drow mage's life.
Oh, that was so badass.
They drop.
Oh, shout. I've never rolled so well. I'm just jinxing it for the rest of this session now, but
That's probably fair. All right.
That's nice of you.
We're jinxing it for me, not for everybody else.
What's,
Well, I
I'm not
mean, if you end up getting fucked up, it does affect everyone else.
what's
Especially because you're the healer.
what's everyone's passive perception, by the way?
17.
14.
Also, I think the disadvantage for perception is actually in light, because when you click on it, it
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like it's related to the
While you're in,
Okay.
it's your sunlight sensitivity. Yep.
yeah. So we don't actually have it when we're in the Underdark, then, right?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay, 16 is mine.
Okay. So you all can hear chanting that you, while you may not speak it, you certainly recognize deep speech with a Menzo-Baranzan accent.
I speak it.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting. But you hear chanting coming from beyond these doors that are to the immediate south as 3 more wizards come running in. Though these look like maybe they're teenagers. Maybe. But that apparently whoever you're dealing with here is not opposed to sending in children to fight on their behalf.
What a fucking monster.
So
I'm not opposed to sending Eldritch Blasts to meet them.
each one of them is going to cast magic missile at each targeting one of you. So we got 10 points going to Johanna.
Damn.
4, 5, 6 points going to oh, did I say 10? I meant 12 points to Johanna. 12 to Rowena. And Zilmus is going to take 6.
Okay, and I'm also going to cast Hellish Rebuke.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and roll your
So,
Hellish
I'm
Rebuke damage.
just gonna do it at 5th level because
It's my favorite. Yay!
Well, you're Warlock, so you anytime you cast it, it's got to be at the level of your spell slot. So
Yep. Dex saving throw. And it's 9 or half.
nine or half, whichever's higher. They got a 15
No.
on their dex save.
It's a 16, so it's 9 damage then.
Okay. That apprentice drops. No longer
Apprenticing.
a part of this world. They have shuffled loose the mortal coil.
I'm sure they know a guy who can help them out. They'll be fine.
I mean, in theory, I suppose.
It's not my problem either.
That brings us to Rowena. What you got?
Okay, so I'm going to take a move action to move 30 feet. Or maybe not 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20,
Oh, hey.
25.
We have a Tory back, and that shifted our cameras, and I didn't notice. I apologize.
Then I can step on that guy's corpse. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine.
And then I want to javelin the mage.
Okay. I'll allow it. And make your attack roll. Now, the javelin is out of charges, right?
Yes, it is.
Just a
But
straight up.
nah, you know, I think I will sword the apprentice in front of me.
Okay. That is also a viable tactic.
18.
Yeah, that will absolutely hit. Go ahead and roll your sword damage on this poor apprentice.
Awesome. 9, and then because I am remembering that I get 2 actions, I will sword him again.
You as you draw back, you realize that striking him is kind of a waste of effort, as his head separates from the rest of his body
Oh.
from the first blow. So let me look and see where you stepped to. Oh, there you are. Yeah, he is now an ex-apprentice.
Okay, neat.
Do you have 5 feet of movement left? Because you can then deliver that second attack to.
No, I used all 30 to get here.
Right.
But could I make an intimidation? Just like gesture, like look at the apprentice, the one who's still living, and then like point to his dead buddy with my sword, like you want some of this?
No, but because you can do those actions, you won't be able to make the intimidation check because you took the attack action.
Okay.
However, if you want to punctuate it by throwing a javelin that's in your other hand at them, you may do so.
Oh, okay. I like that plan. Um, yeah, all right. I will javelin the mage.
Okay.
I feel like Liahana is in the back, like violence solves nothing after like I just exploded a guy.
I
I
think
rolled a natural 20.
I think that will probably hit. Go ahead and roll the damage on the javelin.
Excellent.
10 damage because I rolled a 1. I rolled a 1 and a 6.
But double that, right?
Right.
Because it was a crit.
Double it.
No,
So you got a natural
D&D
20, right?
Yeah, but so D&D Beyond automatically, when you click the damage dice, if you roll the natural 20, it automatically doubles the little
Oh.
spot where you should click. So
Oh, does
Look at
it?
that. Isn't
Yeah.
that fancy? Well, now we know, and that's
Yeah.
half the battle. All right, so a total of 10 damage, and you were going for the actual mage, right?
yeah.
Okay. Now, remind me, keep me honest here. No one has attacked Drow 1 yet, right?
No, because he's frozen.
Excellent. So he is just standing there, just like, "Ah! Ah!" Just completely like screaming his fool head off. Not coping well with this situation, but not taking any aggressive actions. So you've got that going for you.
I'm gonna hit him with another calm emotions, just to fuck him up.
I mean, he's just not doing anything. He's just done. He wants no part of what's about to happen.
Good.
So that brings us to the mage who is still up. He is going to say in deep speech, I know you can see me, Elian. I do this for you. And he fires off a lightning bolt at Rowena. I need a dex save from Rowena, please.
Can I just say something to try and keep up? I think that because his friends are getting throttled, he is snapped out of the thing. Not to like hurt us, but it said that if he or any of his companions get hurt, he's the charm is broken.
Allow me to clarify. Drow 1 was not suffering from calm emotions. He was just like, or he may have been, but now he's terrified. He's not like that's not why he's not attacking, right?
Oh, okay.
He's not attacking because he's screaming and pissing himself. That's why he's not attacking.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right, so you will take half from this 8d6 of lightning.
I mean, and it makes sense for them to be scared of us because, like, we just show up at their door and, like, oh shit, it's the people we're trying to kill who killed Tiamat.
Right, like it's a matron mother, a high priestess of a goddess, and a warlock who, as far as everyone in Menzo Branson knows, was at one point directly possessed by Lolth. Like that's not a secret. So yeah, he's terrified.
It's actually a rumor, and I don't appreciate you spreading it.
So half of 26, so 13. You take 13 lightning damage, which has got to be starting to get on your nerves at this point.
Yeah, it's irritating.
Like, that's my thing. Stop and hit me with lightning. But yeah, so you take the 13 lightning damage, and that will bring us around to Zilmus.
So it's just the 2 people left in the room?
Well, there are 3 technically. There's Drow 1 who's just screaming and not doing anything.
Okay,
There's
yeah.
a drow apprentice and then the drow mage.
And the drow mage is the one I already hit.
Yeah, and he's looking rough. Looks like he's having a hard time like standing still. He's kind of doing a little bit of the Mortal Kombat sway.
Mhm. Okay. I have a lot of very aggressive things, and I feel like that's a little much right now.
Well, I mean, this mage is throwing lightning bolts around, so
I suppose it's just 3d10 seems like kind of excessive. 3 Eldritch Blasts seems kind of excessive. Okay.
well,
I'm going to go ahead and
You can distribute those Eldritch Blasts along the rules of like socialism, where everybody gets one.
yeah. I'm just going to firebolt the one I already hit.
The mage.
Yes.
All right, he is concerned about his well-being, so he is going to counterspell that. So you go to firebolt, and he shuts the magic down, which may also offend
You
you.
just counterspelled my cantrip?
He did.
All right, bro.
Because he might not live if you hit him.
No, that's cool. If he's gonna use a counter spell on my cantrip, I'm just gonna let him have it.
Right on. Yeah, you kind
Zilmus
of
chuckles from the background.
right.
Yeah,
you like
it's-
raise an eyebrow, like really?
Are you that desperate?
So you definitely know that he's on the ropes if that's where he's at. He's at the I can't risk that cantrip killing me. But do you have any other actions that you'd like to take some of this? Bonus action?
I don't think I had a bonus action left.
Okay.
No, not right now. I don't.
Excellent. That brings us to Liahana.
Oh, jeez. He's gonna go down, I hope.
The mage?
Yeah. I'm gonna. I think I still have some guiding bolts left. I'm gonna guiding bolt him. It worked so well the first time. And it's a 19.
19 will absolutely hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
And it's a 15 damage.
All right. That is exactly what you needed to end this poor mage's suffering and send them on to whoever this Elian. The apprentice that's standing before him, like screams, and basically is like, "I'll kill you, you bitch!" and like starts running toward you.
Moi. Are you talking to me?
So 5, 10,
So-
15, 20, 25, 30. He runs right up on you
Mm-hmm.
and is going to bop you on the head with his staff.
Can I parry it? I'm thinking of Holland now.
Well, he got a 5 to hit you, so you can pretty much like you can either like just lean out of the way or like catch it and like like, how would you like to stop this poor fellow that came at you with a blunt stick and got a 5 on their roll?
I'm gonna unarmed strike them back. Can I do that? Just like stop it and like punch them.
Technically, you can't attack as a reaction because they didn't provoke an opportunity attack.
Okay.
But you can like bat the thing away.
I'll do the like stopping it like a samurai sword.
Excellent. All right. So yeah, you catch it between your hands and like raise an eyebrow at him.
Yeah.
And his eyes go wide with terror. Which brings us to Rowena.
Okay. So All right, so the mage is dead. And you're taking care of the other guy. So, Drow 1, Mr. Screamy, what's he up to?
He's still screaming. Like, he hasn't stopped yet. He only pauses to draw breath.
Okay.
Classic.
All right. Mage 1, is he still alive?
No one in this hallway that you can see is alive
Mhm.
except for the apprentice and Drow 1.
All right. Well, I think
You can
that
definitely
Liana-
hear there's a mage that's like chanting behind these doors at the bottom of the hall, but that's it.
Oh. If he's chanting, he's probably trying to summon something he shouldn't. So I'm gonna point at this Mr. Screamy and be like, if you move, I will kill you. And then go interrupt the chanting.
He like nods but doesn't stop screaming, so he's like, ah!
Because I'm gonna question him later about just what the fuck's going on.
All right, so you just step through the doors into the chanting.
Yes.
All right, so as you cross the threshold into this room, you see one Drow mage chanting in deep speech, and
Right.
this sort of circle in the middle. Are you able to move down there?
Yeah, so I would be like right here. Oh no, not stepped in the circle. Yeah, like right here.
Yeah, so you see that circle on the ground, and inside the circle, you can see like a hole into raw nothingness, but it's not just raw nothingness. Like, it's not like you're looking into the astral plane, which you've seen before. This is almost like raw nuclear chaos. Go ahead and give me a Arcana check if you don't mind.
Okay. That would be a 7.
You have no fucking idea what that is, but it doesn't look like it's good. Like a very, very bad place to open a portal to.
All right, the circle on the ground, like, is it like chalk or carved in there, or?
It appears to be carved in, but it also appears to have what looks like some sort of powder has been sprinkled into the carvings, and that powder is emanating light. It's like glowing.
How bad an idea does it strike Verena to just holy smite the circle?
I mean, with a 7 on your Arcana check, that sounds like a reasonable fucking thing to
Okay,
do.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cast a highest level smite possible and attack.
Excellent. You're going to need to attack a inanimate object which has an AC of 5. So go ahead and make your attack roll.
Oh my god, as long as I don't roll a 1. That is another 7. Okay.
All right, so
I
you
was
bring
panicking for a little
you
bit.
bring the sword down onto the circle, and it hits the ground. You're smiting.
Yes. Which one am I going for? Let's go with a searing smite.
Okay.
So that is a 9 plus my sword damage. That would be a 20 in total.
Excellent. I need everyone who's on that floor to give me a charisma saving throw.
22. Wow, my charisma's plus 13.
10.
Okay.
I'm using lucky.
All right.
Can I take the first roll or do I have to take the second one?
When you use lucky, you need to take the lucky feat.
Yeah.
Let me look. You might be able to choose.
Wait, and you choose which die to use.
Okay.
So it's a 10.
Okay. So there's a blast of arcane energy that washes over everyone on this floor. Rowena, you managed to shield your eyes and are basically okay. The Drow Mage also seems to have survived it. As you look around the room that you were in, the walls and floor are completely like scorched. Just severely, like the top inch probably of the stone has been. The circle is shattered for sure. You two are fine. Liahana and Zilmus, you two and the drow that was standing with you are floating in like an ethereal nothingness with no sense of direction, no sense of location. You can see each other. You think that you're at the same distances that you were before, but you appear to be in an empty, formless void.
I'm sorry.
So we'll get back to you all. Back in Camp Brimstone. Harley, you're walking back up to town when we left you, correct?
Yes.
And you were wounded?
I wasn't like a day's like journey away. I would have rested by then.
Yeah, but I mean, you're still bearing some wounds of having been in a scrap. Like
Okay.
you have, you look like you've been in a fight.
Okay.
And as you're walking up, you see just like the slightest flash of light in the general direction of Camp Brimstone as you're approaching. And then as you get sort of past the ring of farms outside of the fence, you see Roja. You see like a 6'4". Is that what Roja is?
Hmm?
Drow woman who you recognize as Stray's sister-in-law.
Okay.
And a dragonborn dressed as a monk, and Random, the Lord Mayor, all sort of appear in a puff of smoke and flame in front of you.
Okay. Hold on.
And fire appears in both of Random's hands, and she says, "Is he infected?"
Me?
Yeah, we're gonna investigate.
How would you like to go about investigating?
No touching this time. So probably just look at the wounds and see if they're wormy.
Also,
Also,
ahead.
what?
no, I'm just saying, like, also trying on an accent, so don't be alarmed.
Okay, got it. We'll roll with it.
Yeah.
Very good. So you can clearly tell now that you're this close that all of the wounds that he has are relatively mended. They're on their way to healing. They're mostly like scabbed over. You don't see any of the worms crawling in the wounds.
Good.
What did I miss?
So, if you find somebody who's about to explode with worms and you stick their hand down their throat to cast prestidigitation, it helps, but it doesn't solve the problem. So you just take that with you.
I will keep that in mind. Listen, Stray, he's lost to also wormy creature.
Random teleports immediately behind you, and you feel like your back get very hot. And she says, "Where is my brother?"
Did I know the location of that thing again? I forget the exact location.
You know where the cave was?
Okay. We were in the cave and we were exploring for treasure, and these creatures attacked us.
And there were worms?
Yes, some kind of person with worm magic. I've never
no.
seen it.
That's not good, baby. I'm gonna look at Random like, what do we do?
She says, maybe we need to. I don't know what these things are. Maybe we need to talk to the Purples. And just so that I'm 100% clear on this, refresh my memory. How were Acroma and Ember planning on getting to Camp Brimstone?
I think we arrived on their doorstep.
Oh, right. You were like teleporting,
Oh.
right?
Yeah, I think
Well,
we did.
we're not there right now.
was like
Sorry
this.
we missed you.
All right. So, Ember and Acroma, you teleported into their house, or like to the front of their house, and you don't like you knock and no one answers, and then you hear random yelling out just outside the city gate.
You could hear that.
I'll go that direction towards the yelling then.
Sounds like our people.
Always yelling.
All right. So Acroma and Ember come walking up.
We
So I'm
saw-
assuming that I recognize Harley.
Why would you recognize Harley? Do you know Harley from somewhere?
Well, because of the visions that I
Yes.
saw with the.
You absolutely recognize Harley from those visions.
Okay. And I knew that the other guy was Random's brother.
Yes.
All right.
As you walk up, random like you see Harley like framed between the shoulders of this dragonborn who you've never seen before, and Roja, and then you just see like Random's head like poke out around the side behind Harley.
Let this
Oh,
change in 2
Good,
days.
everybody's here.
Hey, look, we have a new friend. Everybody's coming. You're gonna love them.
Sorry you cut up, Mike. What did you say?
Oh, I was just like, a lot has changed in 2 days.
That's fair.
I'm gonna say, hey, that's the guy I saw in my vision from the worm things.
What did you do, man?
Hello, Harley.
I saw him. He was beaten up, if I remember correctly.
He was beaten up, yes.
Looks
Yeah,
like it.
He was beaten up with Random's brother, and we came here to tell you guys, but it looks like you already found him.
Random says, this guy, yes. Stray, no, he's missing. And where did these creatures take my brother? She says as she kind of walks around so that she's next to Roja and back in front of you, Harley.
We know
Right.
what the creatures are, don't we?
You know that they are. I believe you determined that they were star spawn. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
But that's about all you know. That they're from the. They're alien creatures from the far realms, from beyond, like the known multiverse.
So I'll explain that to everybody present and let them know that it's like the mind flayers that we fought on the boat.
Random kind of looks at you a little funny when you bring up the boat and like gently shakes her head. No, like.
We lost the boat, guys.
the one thing.
Not the boat!
The worm thing. It was the worm thing.
Yeah,
it exploded.
We left you in charge. One thing.
You
We
left-
gave you one thing to be responsible for.
So, for real though, who took the boat so everyone else didn't get in trouble? I'm just saying, it has been nice and parked until today. Why didn't you come yesterday? You would have had it yesterday.
We had better things to do.
It's okay. Maybe we can.
I think
Yeah,
maybe
maybe we
there
can
is
get a
a
new boat.
more pressing matters along Lost Stray.
Stray's, he's good.
Stray
He's
is
a hardy
great.
kid. He's always in trouble. It's like, have you met Master Fan? Yeah, this guy's is great. He saved my son.
Oh,
Random says-
well,
The older one. The older one. He saved the older one.
Random says, Roja, I'm going to go to Long Saddle and see if I can get some information about these worms. And she takes like 2 steps, very angry, and then stops and says, I can't go to Long Saddle. I have work.
The tax meeting. I know. We can go. We can go. Do you want us to get Stray first, or
Does anyone know where he is? Show of hands. No?
Do I know where he is?
As near as you could tell, he got pulled through some portal and he was around that like figure that you saw.
Talk to the Harlows. What's their names?
Harples?
Harley.
Harples. Yeah, Master Fant hasn't met them yet.
Great. You all
Actually,
go
I
do
just
that.
came from there. I'll whisper in your mind.
Oh, oh, good. He beat us to it.
Does the name was it Ilon?
Elion.
Elion mean anything to you?
I'm gonna say it out loud. Elian? You guys heard of Elian? No.
Those beings shared some telepathic connection with it. And they called out to it before it died.
Yeah,
I met
great.
a
That's
really-
compelling. Find out where my brother is. I have to get to this meeting. Random, like, storms off, angry.
We got it. Love you.
One thing to mention to the two new characters meeting, or the three new characters meeting me, is that I'm not actually speaking. It's a telepathic broadcast.
So everyone can hear it in their minds, or only Roz?
I could be selective, but I believe I was probably sharing. Maybe not with
Okay.
Harley.
Chroma would not.
Okay.
They're a little sus at the moment.
Would be like, what the fuck is going on?
Travis, can I voluntarily let someone into my brain, or can they not ever get in?
What's your wall against telepathy? What's that from?
It's a feat or a trait. Hang on, I'll find it. Thought shield.
Oh yeah, you can, I believe, selectively let that down if you know to do it. But right now, you don't even know that dude's using telepathy.
Okay. I got nothing.
I feel like I'm gonna be like, isn't this cool, guys?
What cool?
The talking. You don't hear the talking? Are you having hearing problems too? Dude, my wife, she can like project, so I'm starting to get that. But Master Fant can just talk right in there. You can't hear that.
I can hear you still.
I kind of think you're
I
crazy.
know, baby. You're so pretty.
Oh,
We'll get your brother. It'll be fine.
Random's turned into a bitch.
It's tough being mayor. You got. She works real hard. She's talking about taxes. Nobody wants to talk about taxes. It's fine.
Everyone's taking this very well.
Stray's always in trouble. He's your bestie. You know that. We'll go. We'll get him.
I think we had some pressing issues too, and cool psychic, awesome, fun to have more people in my head. I feel. So, are you guys dealing with worms? Because we're dealing with worms.
It's the same people.
Yeah, that took Stray, and one exploded and took out the ship here. So that sounds like our problem.
They have the rods we've been looking for.
You're looking for
Those
rods?
rods we've been looking for.
They have the rods we've been looking for.
At the gill or
Hashtag if you haven't seen the Patreon.
You see?
been looking for girth rods.
Oh God.
Yes.
Well,
Girth has the rods, guys.
I mean, this is a pretty open-minded city. I'm sure you could find something here.
What are the people? Are people the same as the people here with the worms? Or what are their names? Our people are like starts with a G, right?
The Gith.
The Gith. So you guys have Gith here too?
We had
They're the
a
ones eating my cup.
Shatterkai elf come here that was infected with worms, and then the worm busted out and destroyed the ship, and apparently other ones took Stray,
And that's how Mike got here.
and that's how our friend Harley got here. I'm just gonna reach out and like, if you go with it, I'm just gonna like try to cure wounds. Do you need to cure wounds? Are you okay?
I can do it myself, but
You got it? Okay. So anybody want to go to the Harples? Go ask some questions. We're friends with them now.
So Harley doesn't know where he came from?
What? Who came from? Wait, who?
You? Do you know where you came from?
You see, when a man and a woman love I don't understand the question. I came from cave.
The cave. Yeah.
Yeah, so that we know to go to the cave then, don't we? Isn't that where?
It's I checked. There's nothing there.
All right.
Whatever
I guess we do
this
need to go
was
there
took Stray and teleported away.
Did they tell you anything, Master Fant, when you were just up there? No.
Silent treatment. This one, not very talkative.
It's a monk. They're cool people with all the wisdom.
All right. So
Oops.
from there is your plan then to go to
He
Longsaddle?
hands you a wineskin.
Exactly. See, friends.
Yeah, I guess that's our plan.
All right. Are you going to travel there by conventional means or use magic to go? Knowing that if you like teleport into Longsaddle, you're probably going to have a problem, but you can teleport right.
That's up to Tori. I don't have teleport.
Teleport, sure. I think I can teleport multiple people. I'm not for sure.
Do you have enough slots to do it twice because you just did it?
I have teleport, and I don't have the slots.
I guess we're walking.
All right. If you want, Roja, you can probably get a horse or a couple horses and a wagon to take you up there if you'd like.
Okay, I'll do that.
Excellent. Your journey to Longsaddle is relatively uneventful. Gives you an opportunity to catch up.
And take a short rest.
Yeah, you can take a short rest. That's fine. What would you like to share about your experience so far with everyone that's there? I'm assuming Harley and Fant came along?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you have a couple of hours that you can discuss what you know so far, share information if you want to, or you can just spend that time catching up. But is there anything that you wanted to tell your companions on the way up there? Any of you, I guess.
Yeah, we'll share our information. We don't know almost anything because we've just faced the Gill people, said that we'd help them because we want to see what the rods do. Me and Ember kind of just fuck around. We rule the guild and
That's what we do.
people. So we just get bored, and this is us being bored.
We get to ask for a reward, which we haven't decided what it is yet. So
They
that's why
think
we're
they're
here.
getting the rods back, but maybe they won't if they're cool.
Or we might
Those
get a
of you
boat.
that aren't unknowingly shielding me hear the word "same" in your head as I pass around
Who said that? What
a
was that?
wineskin.
Where'd that come from?
I
So
hand you a
do people-
wineskin.
Are you guys like maybe visually responding to the voices, or like when you hear Corey, what's your character's name?
Fant.
When you hear Fant like talk to you, do you look at them?
Yeah.
I would imagine almost instinctively you would.
Right, I'm like, what are you guys?
Like,
Why
it
are you looking
hasn't
at
even
this?
occurred to Roja that, like, maybe you could even just completely mentally speak back and forth. She's, like, complete body language, like, talking openly, facing
Yep.
Master Fant.
Can I get a quick description again of Master Fant? I know
6'6" gold dragonborn.
a what?
Gold dragonborn.
Ooh.
Basically just in monk's robes, with some fancy boots, bracers, and a ring. Couple of potions on his belt.
I'll speak to you in Draconic, and I'll be like, "You're not very talkative, are you?" I don't know why everybody keeps looking at you.
I'll say to Roja that I'll like look to her and say I think she is shielded from telepathic connection.
Can you not hear him?
No.
He doesn't
He's-
need to
He's talking to everybody. Why are you ignoring?
How?
He's our new friend. This way.
It would seem to me that like taking vow of silence and then still talking through mine is kind of like cop out and cheating, if you ask me. I like it. Don't get me wrong. It's my whole thing. I like it, but you know,
it was a gift. I try to use it only when necessary.
I'll unblock.
Here, drink some.
From.
I keep trying to offer you my wine.
Friends.
Let me know what you think. My most recent.
Is it good? I take a sip. Is it good?
Chroma's like, that was funny. I like this kid.
I take a sip of the wine. Is it any good?
Oh yeah, you had the high quality wine because you were still trying to wash the taste of that.
Yeah.
Mushroom brew. There is a weird undertone, as if something rotten,
disgusting touched the lid.
Right. But it is good wine.
I'm conflicted.
Oh, I'll like grab a rag and wash the.
Excellent.
You can have it.
All right. So, Roja, do you remember anything about the Gith that Chroma mentioned?
No.
So the Gith were when you got sucked into the astral plane the last time after fighting Tiamat.
Mm-hmm.
The Gith were the ones who were on the spell jamming ship.
That they wanted to have brain babies with a Chroma. I remember that. Okay.
No, the mind flayers wanted to have brain babies with the Chroma. The Gith were the ones the pirates who showed up and saved it.
Oh,
those are the Gith.
Got it.
We're kind of cool with them, but at the same time, they're under. So it's like we want to explore their lands.
Yes. Under is always conflict of interest.
They're deeper into the shit than we are. So
deeper into the shit.
And is there anything else that you recall, either Roja or Harley, that you want to share with Chroma and Ember?
I think I shared everything. We were looking for treasure. We walked into a cave expecting some kind of conflict, but we were met with some monsters. We dispatched most of them easily, but again, this worm creature, however you say, it took stray and disappeared.
I'm gonna tell him my stalker's back again.
Did you die?
Not yet, but you know she's back now, so we'll see.
You have to fill in Harley. Harley doesn't.
I definitely start off saying my stalker's back again. So Harley, are you familiar with the Raven Queen?
Yes.
Yeah, so she has unhealthy boundary issues. So we're just gonna start there. And she slipped me a note, and here it is. And I'm gonna hold it like this, and to a Chroma or Ember or whoever's like looks like they're interested in the note.
I'll read it.
Yeah, it just
Can we read it? Is it in?
It's in Sylvan, actually.
I can't read that.
So,
oh.
or not Sylvan. I'm sorry. It's in Elvish.
Can't read that.
You can't read it.
Looks like a
Chroma
nice
probably
note.
can.
It's on elf skin. I don't know if it's a nice note.
It is written on Elven skin.
It's yeah.
What does it say?
It says she wants me and Ravenna to go see her.
Ravenna, we just messed with her hubby.
Oh, really? I heard she
Don't
got
say it
married
like
and
that. Don't
had a
say it like
baby.
that.
No, he's always a fun beholder until I pop his bubble eye.
You all seem like a very fun group to hang around with. You all get in trouble a lot. I like it.
It's specifically a Chroma, but we're just here for it.
You get in trouble with gods. I get more in trouble with more like bookies and people all going to. I think this would work out well.
Well, we run the underground, so you probably would like it.
Yeah, you should ask them about their day jobs there, Harley.
I another time, I assume.
could get
I
jobs
think
out
one
of
more
it.
issue, we need to find Stray. I think that's pressing matter.
The horses are walking. You're so impatient, Harley. My goodness.
We got time to
Or
talk.
on horses. I thought we were in the town.
No, you're like riding on your way. This
Oh.
conversation's happening on the way to Long Saddle. It's a
Oh,
couple
then
hours.
disregard. Okay, my
But
bad.
damn, Mike, if you don't want to talk to us anymore.
Right? Tiefling's like, I got a need for speed.
We're like on the map, so I'm like, are we just chilling here?
Yep.
So as you're traveling along, having your conversation, we're going to shift our attention into the void beyond space, where Liahana, Zilmus, and this poor drow fellow are just floating in nothingness. The first thing that you notice as your senses sort of start to comprehend what's truly happening around you is that the drow still is opening his mouth and still is screaming, but you don't hear any sound. And at this point, it also becomes clear to you that you can't seem to catch your breath. What would you like to do?
I guess I'll just die then.
There may be enough time.
Oh.
I'm gonna send ascending, I guess,
Okay, who would you like to send ascending to?
to Rowena.
Okay. There is what's the percentage chance that sending gets across dimensional borders? 5%, right?
5% chance that the message
no.
doesn't arrive.
Doesn't arrive. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll percentile and let me know if you get a 96 or higher.
I'm very sorry to both of you.
How do I roll a percentile?
There's the two 10s that are right next to each other. That's percentile.
Okay. It was 19.
Yep, you're good to go. So you are able to send the sending. What would you like to send to Rowena?
I have only 25 words, right?
Yep.
Hang on, let me cast it to make sure that I use that spell slot. Bitch, what did you fucking do? We are stuck in a void. What the hell, man? Please send help. We can't breathe. Hurry up.
You can add one more bitch in there if you want to, I
Bitch.
think. We can't breathe. I think you can swear as much as you want to in your message.
That really might be the
Yeah,
first
I know.
time that
Hell
a
yeah,
sending
go
spell
for it.
is opened up with bitch.
I mean, it's fair. In context, it's totally fair.
And what, pray tell, would you like to respond with your 25 words?
So I'm standing in like this horrible charred room.
Yes, and that mage is absolutely still up.
Okay. Point bloody sword at the mage. Bring them back.
He says, I
And so to the in response to the sending spell, Ravenna will be like, I don't know what happened, but there's a mage here and I'm going to make him fix it.
he says, I can't. This ritual took weeks of preparation and takes hours to cast. I'm communing with the far realms. Nothing short of a god can get them out of there.
I feel like I'm doing this to Zilmus as we're floating in space. Like, she got us. Like,
Everything's fine. We're fine. Everything's just going fine.
You notice this poor drow now starting to turn like darker shades of purple. And you can see like blood vessels bursting in his eyes, and like he's desperately grasping for air.
Can I channel divinity
To do what?
to get us out of here? You just said that God can get us out of here. I'm like, oh fuck.
Well,
Help me, goddess.
your channel divinity just gives you access to your channel divinity powers. But if you wanted to cast, if you want to cast contact other plane, you could.
I just want to say real quick. She should have divine intervention.
Do you
Do
have
I?
divine?
Who should?
I don't think at level 15.
I have plane shift.
I mean, that's a
No.
thing you could do.
You're a cleric, right?
Yeah.
Because on your actions, scroll down. You should have divine intervention. I have it.
I do have divine intervention.
Do you want to use divine intervention?
Mm,
Do you want to fucking an hour and 40 minutes into episode 1 poke your god?
yeah, right. No, I feel like I'm gonna do plane shift. I'm gonna kind of like doggy paddle to Zomus in the
Right.
nothingness.
Give me a strength or dexterity, whichever your preference is. Just ability check. Actually, you could use athletics or acrobatics if you have those. Whichever you prefer, to try to get over to Zilmus, to try to move the 5 feet away from Zilmus.
Or towards Zomus.
Well, towards Zilmus, right?
I can do what it said, acrobatics or dex or
Yep, or athletics or strength would be.
I don't think my strength is -1, so I guess I'll do acrobatics.
All right.
I don't want to look. 11.
That's one more than you needed. So you managed to swim over to Zilmus and reach out and touch her.
Yes.
Now there's the drow is still 5 feet away from both of you.
Fuck him.
Fuck him. Okay.
Fuck it, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not gonna risk it. Like,
There's a difference between not killing him and wasting our time and energy saving him.
That's fair.
exactly.
All right, so you're gonna cast plane shift. Where would you like to go?
Yeah. I can't teleport back into that place because there's no teleport, right? There's no phasers there.
No, there was no
Or
phasers.
I can teleport there.
Yeah, there was no phasers in that building.
So I can't teleport there. So I'll teleport back to where we were previously. Like to the front of the building, I guess.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
The two of you hop back into.
I just want to say that I voted for going to get the band back together before we went in this place.
I did too. Suddenly we are knocking on the door and I was like, I was already like back at the beginning of the cave. And then Rowena was like, hi, hello. It's like, I guess we're doing this. Fuck it, we're doing it live.
Right?
So you two appear in this hallway, sort of cuddling each other. You both take a deep breath and realize that there's like ice all over the outside of you, like you are. And you see the drow apprentice. Drow 1 is now no longer there. The dodo. The drow apprentice is clearly dead. Like his body is definitely a corpse. But he looks up at you and says in an echoey voice that almost sounds like it's two voices pushing air through his throat. Reek of the Maiden of the Moon.
Oh, I thank you. She's my goddess. MVP.
And he sort of takes like a half a step towards you and says, suffer. And then like his body just falls apart. Like chunks of meat pour onto the floor and just spread out at your feet.
Gross.
So I feel like I would hear this going on, like look around the corner and then to the mage. See, was that so hard?
Says I had nothing to do with it. And he says, "You can do what you will with me. There will be others to complete my work."
What is it you're trying to accomplish here?
We have come into contact with a power, an older power, a true power, one who promises to restore us to what we were meant to be before the meddling of Coralon, before the meddling of Lolth.
You have my attention.
He calls himself Elion, and he is our true god.
I'm gonna go find Liahana. To that guy, like, don't move, because I want to know more about your god. And then I'm gonna go back to Liahana and ask, have you ever heard of this guy?
Have I?
Also, I'm glad you're back.
I'm just looking at her like, bitch.
Yeah, they're like covered in ice and like shivering and
Yeah, like there's icicles hanging from like my nipples. Like, bitch, seriously? Okay. Who? Elion?
Yeah.
go ahead and make a religion check, Liahana.
Okay.
Because
Where
I guess we got a new cult in town, and I want to know if they're up to no good.
I got a 16.
You are reasonably certain you have never heard that name in reference to a deity ever.
I will tell her that I'll be who this.
All right. Apparently, that's who they were trying to summon or commune with, or I'm not exactly sure. But he says that it's pre-Corellin, pre-Lolth god.
We can ask around when we go back to Menzo. We can ask some of the other priestesses
The mage,
of different. Huh?
the mage comes walking out of the room. Says, "I can't, in good conscience, permit you to go back to Menzo Brands and spread word of our plans."
Can I guiding bolt him?
Yeah, absolutely. If you got the spell slots, go for it.
No, it's so Rowena was like all set to be like, okay, you obviously don't understand who I am. I'm maiden mother House Dro Erden, and here's my thoughts on okay, Leonis is going for it.
You fire the guiding, or you
Oh, I didn't say. I feel like I just said that out loud. To
Oh,
Rowena.
I
Can I
thought-
guiding bolt him? Like,
Oh, I thought you were asking me.
I really want to, please.
I guess she's
do
asking
you
permission from Rowena before actually doing it.
I mean,
Because you want to like question him. Do you want to just tie him up and take him back and I don't know, cut his toes off? I'm sorry, History. I didn't mean it.
I mean, I'll be the one cutting toes off if there are toes to be cut. But yeah, you're under arrest. Come with us.
He says, "I'm going nowhere."
I mean, I have speak with the dead, so it's up to him.
Says, "If you kill me, you'll simply release me from the bonds of this flesh, the bonds placed on us by Coralon."
Okay, tell me more.
You really know nothing. It's no surprise. So few do. I was reluctant to believe it at first, but Elion is the true god of.
And what does he want?
To shake loose the curse Coralon put on us all those many eons ago of a locked form.
All right, so is this guy Drow?
The one you're talking to?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. you're talking about going to war with Corellin, which I'm all for, because fuck that guy. I would like to know the reasoning which leads you to believe that we should not return to Menzo Baranzan with this information.
Because they will burn us as heretics and stand against us. Lolth is just as guilty, as is the entire rest of the Seldarine.
Okay, I mean, yes, on Lolth. Lolth is definitely guilty. Have you been back to Menzo Baranzan, like, recently?
Yes, I'm aware of the political situation there, but my servant wishes to, or my master demands the blood of Coralon's chosen, of Liahana's chosen, and of Lolth's chosen.
Like, all of them?
No, just particularly potent one. And he kind of looks over at Zilmus and Liahana.
I'm
If you
gonna have
truly
to
wish to
stop
liberate,
you.
if you truly wish to liberate our people, killing them is the first step.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop you at the human sacrifice part.
Well, then we find ourselves at an impasse, he says, as he begins to cast a spell.
Oh, I was this hopeful. But any god who would do that to the most powerful members of the race they're supposedly here to protect. All right, guess we're doing it.
Do
Sword.
any of you have a way of preventing him from casting a spell?
I have a sword.
Okay.
And I have a guiding bolt prepared.
All right, so it's going to come down to initiatives then. So
Damn.
go ahead and roll your initiative, please.
Oh my god.
17.
12.
Oh my god, I got a 7. Save us,
17.
Zilmus, you are our only hope.
Oh, I got you.
Yay.
I'm looking at like Rowena like I could have guiding bolted this guy. Like,
Oh, whoops. There we go. That's better. All right, so he got a 20 on his initiative. So he does get his spell off first. He drops a fireball literally at his own feet. He pulls an acroma on you.
Oh shit.
Go ahead and drop the damage for that. And you notice as he's casting this spell, like, as he's doing the, like, somatic components to it, he slips, like, a bracelet off. That you have just enough time to register is a, like, looks like it's made out of a necklace of fireballs. So he drops that to sweeten the pot on his fireball spell. I need all of you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh,
Jesus.
goodness.
I failed. I got a 4.
Excellent. You take 40 points of fire damage.
Oh, I got a 12.
You take 40
13.
points of fire damage. You take 40 points of fire damage.
Who are you, Oprah?
You get 40 fire damage, and you get 40 fire damage.
You just called Travis Oprah.
I assume that does not put any of you down, so
No.
it's next up it's Zilmus. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna shoot 3 Eldritch Blasts at him.
Jesus Christ.
So I got, I hate math, 24, 27, and a 16.
All 3 of those will hit. Go ahead and roll damage, please.
First one's 4. Second one is 12. And the third one is, why don't I math? 8. And if that doesn't put him down, I have one more thing to do.
Well, he drops the fireball. Flames fill the entire area, burning all
But
of you.
I have a thing that's like when I hit a creature.
Okay, what would you like to do with that?
Hurl through hell. When you hit a creature with an attack, you can use this feature to instantly transport the target through the lower planes. At the end of your next turn, the target returns to the space it previously occupied or the nearest unoccupied space. If the target is not a fiend, it takes 10d10 psychic damage.
Okay.
Nice.
So he drops these fire, like a fireball followed by several beads. The entire hallway fills with fire, scorching all of your flesh, burning hair. It's not great. It's really gross in here. As the flames abate and the area is still filled with smoke, you see the 3 eldritch blasts pepper this dude, and he just straight up disappears. You have enough time to like have an exchange of words. So what would you like to say to one another?
There's enough time to heal if anyone needs it.
I will heal us.
Use like a mass cure wounds, or
Yeah, let me find it. See if I have the spell slots.
and don't forget, Rowena, you have a not small lay on hands pool.
Yeah,
I
I'm
will
gonna
cast
see
the
how
mass cure wounds on us. And that's gonna be 40.
All right, so you're all fully healed then, right?
Well, I was
No.
already down, but yeah, close enough.
Yeah. I'm going to lay hands on myself for another 20 points.
All right. So when he returns to the space he was standing, like it's just a charred skeleton that falls.
I feel like I would walk up and crunch on his skull with my feet. Just like one hop and I'm just gonna kind of like on top of him, like, mother flower.
Yes. He did not really understand who he was dealing with.
My
Yeah.
hair.
That is all valid. So you have crunched this man to death. You've destroyed all the drow that were in here. And the place is pretty well trashed beyond any hope of gathering any sort of like information from it. whatever items
In our
might
defense, we didn't do that part.
We
Well,
also
But if by we you mean you and Liahana didn't do that part, that's true.
That's fair.
Rowena suggests, all right, well, now I think I figured out why they were coming after me. We should probably go talk to Xanathar and give her a heads up.
We're on a mission from God.
we're the Blues Brothers.
All right. Meanwhile, far to the north, in a wagon filled with adventurers who've been sipping wine, sharing stories, and discussing the matter with one another, you pull up to the outskirts of Longsaddle, which is where we will pick up with you all next session. So, the majority of the group is at the outskirts of Longsaddle, getting ready to ride in, while the rest of you are down in the Underdark, preparing to go speak to the Xanathar. Any last minute things that you want to take care of before we call this a night?
No, I'm good. This was a lot of fun.
I'm just gonna say to Zilmus, not a word of this to Baylor.
Unless he reads the book when it comes out. That's not my problem.
Oh my god. Change my name to the book.
He might have questions about your eyebrows and where they went.
that he might notice that. Or the frostbite.
It gets nippy in the void.
On the ride over, I just unpromptedly share a story about how I tricked a camp of like Goliaths and thinking that I was Kellenvor, the god of death. And they still think I am to this day.
Lovely. I love it.
He needs to join our group. I'll say to Akroma.
Say it psychically or real.
I will say it in Draconic.
Nice. I like him, so I will be like him. I like them really. I like everybody so far. So
Excellent. Well, that's then where we will call a completion to episode 1 of season 2 of Extreme DROWESS. This has been blast to do. So we're going to go ahead and do our outros real quick. We're running a little late. Sorry to the cast members who I'm keeping up past their bedtime. So let's start off with Akroma. Please tell us who you are, what you do, pronouns, who you're playing, their pronouns, and anything you would like to promote, please.
hi, I am Tori Clark. I am a she, her. I am playing Akroma, who is also a she, her. I currently have been doing these really fun astrological shoots. I got featured in New Celebrity Entertainment here in Los Angeles, which was really fun. And I guess their print magazine is going to be coming out in a month or so. So that was really fun. I also have, I kind of promoted Rachel's show in Let's Make a Deal, which hopefully will be out, I think, next Friday. So I was on Let's Make a Deal. I'm saying it here because my show was supposed to come out the 19th, but there was more important court events going on, and I totally support why it was on and why it was booted. So Let's Make a Deal is not as important. But yeah, I'm excited for that to come out. And then I just did a music video, like album cover shoot in the new studio in Santa Monica that I did. And her single is out now. Her name is Raka Flocka, and I believe her single is called Gemini, but it's really fun. I kind of talked to you guys about it because like we have like Geminis all over this stream.
There's a couple in here.
And it was really fun. The song keeps getting stuck in my head. Maybe I listened to it 20 times today. I don't know, but it's catchy to me now. So if you have time to go on Spotify, Apple Music, anything like that, look up Raka Flocka Gemini song. It's really fun and good, and you'll see some of my directing photography there.
Beautiful. And did you get your character in?
Akroma. I said Akroma, and I said her pronouns.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
I don't know what else to say about Akroma, but she's on a wagon listening to people and talking to them.
And for those of you who might have missed, or this is your first time watching it, she is a drow dragon-blooded sorceress who is also the head of the Xanathar Guild and poses as a beholder, or has underlings pose as a beholder.
My bad. I forgot that I have to say all that. Sorry. I kind of thought, I'm like, they should know Akroma, right?
There might be new people here. You never know.
Yeah.
Next up, Liahana, please give us your pertinence.
Hi guys. My name is Milena, she, her. I play Liahana, who's also she, her. And she is a drow cleric of Eliastri. And my husband, is a Drider, and we have 12 children. And today was really fun. And I'm really excited to see what happens next. I feel like Liahana and Zomis got really tight recently, because I feel like Zomis can just come out and just right at my house while I'm like, I don't know, breastfeeding or something. But yeah, it's so fun. In real life, I am an artist and inconsistent Twitch streamer and YouTuber. I'm working on that, I promise. I just started taking a class on how to be a better YouTuber. So you can hopefully see more of that from me in the future. But
talk to Sarah about how to be a better YouTuber, because Sarah knows all the secrets.
Yes, I'll have to ask.
That's why I have under 1,000 subscribers. I'm full of secrets.
no, but Mike and I did the art for the intro that you guys see. So that is really fun. And if you want to hear the previous things that we did before this episode, you can go check out Travis's Patreon and listen to our stories before this.
It might make things make some extra sense. Might make some things more confusing. Wouldn't it? But next up, brings us to Rowena. Please give us your pertinence.
Hello, my name is Rachel. You can find me everywhere on the internet as Stolen Fires. That is mostly Twitter and Instagram, and also Ko-Fi. Buy me a coffee, toss a coin to your freelancer. As far as where I'll be next, I will be running Changeling the Dreaming tomorrow evening. Everybody is stuck in the dreaming, so that's fun. With a new mage, Alan Turing. That's gonna be good times.
Fun.
Yeah, and then Sunday I'm gonna be over at Vorpal Tales, running Vampire the Masquerade Sabbat. They just got shovel-headed. That
Nice.
should also be a lot of good times. And then I'll be Vorpaling again on Monday for Doom.
Beautiful. So yeah, definitely if you haven't done so yet, go over to the Vorpal Tales channel and give them a follow. They're friends of the show and amazing folks. So definitely check. Next up, that brings us to Roja. Please give us your.
Hello, my name's Roz. I play Roja. We're both she, her. It's been a while since I've been a she on one of these games, so I'm really excited to get back in those pants. Roja is a mixed drow, so she's giantess kind of size for her race. And she's married to Random, who's the mayor. We have 5 kids, not as competitive as some couples out there. 2 adopted tieflings, 2 through magic, 1 adopted drow from all the refugee adventures that we've done in building that town. So Roja used to be a ranger, and then the Raven Queen came and messed with her head, and so now she stalks Roja, apparently, and Roja's a bard now. That's how that happened. And over the process of dying, I think we hit 13 times. Most of them were from her in some shape or form. So she just has boundary issues, and now she sent me a note, like stalkers do. So we'll see what happens with that.
Excellent. And anything that you wanted to share with class, promote, talk about, anything like that?
Go Air Force!
Yes, please do. Thank you again for your service. And that brings us to Zilmus. Please give us your pertinence.
I am Sarah Sharnover, she, her. Zilmus is also she, her. Zilmus, I don't know, she was kind of a god one time and that didn't work out very well. And now she's not, and that's great. And also she doesn't like being challenged very much. So that's Zilmus for you. Yeah, I am an author and I stream on Twitch and on YouTube. On Twitch, I do video games. On YouTube, I do writing-ish content and vlogs. I stream on Twitch on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Central and Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Central. And then I stream on YouTube at 7 p.m. Central, and that's usually like productivity or writing sprints. So that's
and the 7 p.m. is Friday, right?
Yeah, that's on Fridays.
Cool. Next up, we have Ember. Give us your pertinence, please.
Hi, I'm Allie. I play Ember, she, her. I am a warlock. I'm excited to be a level 15 warlock as opposed to a level 2 or so orc.
The big difference.
It's a huge difference. I can't even count how many spells I have to look through every time we have a fight. I don't do anything as interesting as these people, but you should always follow everybody here because they're awesome. And I love working with them. I'm working with Melina a little bit. We're having a fun time. So, but other than that, that's all we're doing.
I look forward to seeing the fruits of that labor. Next up, we have Fant. Please give us your pertinence.
Hey, I'm Corey Frang, they, them, playing Fant, he, him, who is a Dragonborn monk whose 15-year vow of silence ended up with him being given the gift of telepathy. And
who I will one day say their name without the R in it. Sorry, I keep an R that's not there. I keep.
Well, it's because it's so close to
Fan.
my actual last name. That's why.
It might be. It could be.
So yeah, then I work on a video game called Caves of Cud, which you should check out. I also occasionally stream with the peeps over at Vorpal Tales. I think Rachel forgot to mention, or maybe left for me to mention, our Call of Cthulhu game that I think she also plays in on Fridays at 4 p.m. over on Vorpal Tales. And you should check out this Unknown Armies that I'm playing in on Sunday nights over there. That is like a super spooky, like dark fantasy, kind of along Call of Cthulhu lines as well. And those are both on Vorpal Tales.
Dope. So yeah, once again, go follow Vorpal. Amazing. Sub to them. Tell them we sent you. And last but not least, that brings us to Harley. Please, pertinence.
Hey guys, I'm Mike Newton. I'm playing Harley. I'm Mike Newton, he, him. Harley, he, them. Doesn't really matter to them. Tiefling cleric, trickery domain cleric. Find out more about him as the game goes on. In real life, I'm a comic artist. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. I play games. I do art. And yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Mike_Mutant and here on Twitch at Mike Mutant, all one word. Oops, stop my mic.
Sorry, it's a nice beat to end on. So I guess that leaves me. I'm Travis Legg, he, him. I'm not running games here. I run games and write games over at the Onyx Path. I also do the programming coordination scheduling there. I will be back here on the channel Monday, here and on the Onyx Path Monday for Cardlands is a Family Affair. They are also reunited after a break, though not nearly as long as the one we've had here. And they had a time travel plot happen, so they are technically in the middle of their first episode right now, even though it's their like 35th episode.
That's crazy.
Which I highly recommend you come check out the shit show that is that stream, because most people who get into time travel are like, oh, we better be careful about how we they immediately were like, you die and this happens to you and we need to go blow this place up real quick. They just ran around like crazy people, so I'm sure that'll end real well for them. If you have not yet done so, in addition to following all these fine folks, please follow this channel so you know when we go live. Send us a sub, which helps us keep the lights on, or check out my Patreon as mentioned to help keep our lights on. I also want to just remind everyone that there is the new Ravenloft book dropped, and as a result, there are sales going on at DM's Guild and Drive-Thru RPG. The DM's Guild sale is all Ravenloft content. I have a couple of books in there I'm very proud of, so I would highly recommend you check those out. And in the D&D sale, that's a whole bunch of OGL stuff, which is kind of my wheelhouse. So Aegis Studios, my company, has Contagion 2nd Edition is on sale. Several of our Odysseys and Overlords books are on sale. And all the Scarredlands stuff for 5th edition is on sale, including Yugman's Guide to Gelspad, which is 60% off right now, so you can go buy that over at Drive-Thru RPG. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. This has been a blast. We will be back soon. I think we might have a little bit of a scheduled discussion shortly after we get off here. So we'll be back either next week or the week after. Stay tuned and find out. Follow us on social media so you'll know where our schedules are. And until then, get vaccinated if you haven't yet, and wash your hands. Yeah.